Hey guys, another Open Dragon Mouth for you. And thank you, Paramount. Thank you for putting in the effort of actually making Sonic the Hedgehog look decent. Yeah, if you haven't seen, the new trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog is now out, and wow, is it so much better. See what a little feedback and effort can do? Now, I have looked at the whole trailer, and let's just start off with Sonic's design. The eyes, definitely much better. Less teeth, absolutely. And they actually gave him the gloves and the shoes. Really does look like Sonic this time, so thanks for that. For the rest of the trailer, it went on for quite a long time. This is almost a 3-minute trailer, and one of the problems I have with it is that it's giving away too much of the plot. I mean, the point of a trailer is to hype up fans for the movie, and they just about gave away the entire thing. So that's one of the things I would criticize about it. But other than that, love the new redesign. So maybe some hope for it. I am being a little cautious here. Despite the redesign, that does not mean it's going to be a good movie, though. Because video game movies have a history of being bad. Doesn't mean this one's going to be... I don't know. Until we actually see the movie, I cannot make that judgment. But at least there's some hope, since they have got... has responded to the criticism and actually made some effort to improve it. Let's see. A couple of Pokemon related stuff. First off, there was a pop-up Pokemon Center in London. Now, Pokemon Centers in the real world are actually Pokemon stores. There is one in Japan where the game comes from, and it's a lot of merchandise there. I kind of wish we have one over here in the States. But there was a temporary store in Westfield, London, which was around for about a month. And there's actually suggestions that they should put a permanent one in there. And I would absolutely agree, seeing how popular Pokemon is. And I would take it that it is quite popular in the UK. At least I hope it is. But please, let's put a permanent one there. Heck, let's bring one here in the States. I would love to see one here. Where would they put it, though? Other than that, I have been working on my Pokemon Go, and I am now up to 502 caught. I'm still kind of working on it. Yeah, I'm still playing it after over 3 years. And the other thing is that Gen 8 is now available. Pokemon Sword and Shield is now available on the Nintendo Switch. And I mean, I would play it, except that I don't have a Switch. I have a PS4. So that means I would have to get an entire new console. But reviews of it have been because here's the thing. One of the first complaints of it was that it was not going to include the entire National Pokédex. But I want to be fair here. They did give a legitimate reason as to why they would not do that, and that's because that with over 800 Pokemon now in the entire franchise, it's going to take up a lot of space. Because remember, you have to make the designs, you have to program the moves or animations, and over 800 Pokemon, that's a lot for one cartridge. So it would just take up so much memory, and it can only hold so much. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt there. Which leads to the second thing was that they were recycling animations for the moves. Which I can see. I see that as a minor complaint. But again, for the same reason that when you have so many moves, you can only have so much time to reanimate each one of them. I mean, maybe in an update in the future they will update those moves. Again, I'm trying to be fair here. For me, these are like minor things. There were some reports of the graphics not being up to par. I haven't played it myself, so I can't say. I can see how that can be a legitimate complaint, because because something simple as the graphics can really impact how a game is perceived. So I would hope that an update on the graphics will fix that. So and heck, someone told me that they did not have a day one patch. I don't know if that's true or not, but people were disappointed at the evolutions of the starters, Scorbunny, Sobble, and Grookey. And I did look at those evolutions, and my reaction is, what's the problem? Because they look fine to me. Maybe someone can explain that to me, because I think they look fine. And someone did kind of have a good point. Maybe it's because of high expectations, and yeah, that could really play into that. When you're expecting so awesome and it doesn't meet those, it can seem very disappointing. So I can see where that comes in. And lastly, there was a few that were saying that it was a subpar storyline, which I don't know, because of course I've not played the game, so I cannot make a judgment on that. So, and I know that some people are calling this the worst of the core games. And I've only played Gens 1, 2, and 7. Those are the only core games that I've played. I have played some spin-off games, but I don't really count those. You want a bad Pokemon game? Go back to the N64 called Hey You Pikachu, which they included a microphone for your controller, which the game didn't really work that well because it usually didn't pick up commands. What other spin-off games did I play? One of them was a pinball game, which was actually pretty fun. There was a Pokemon Puzzle League, Puzzle Challenge in other countries, which that was, I'd say, the closest to what it's relative to is Puyo Puyo. It is like the blocks rise from the bottom of the screen. You're supposed to switch things while it rises to make sets. But it was a fun game, and it made for very competitive play. But I know there's a whole lot more Pokemon games, and I am sure that there is a lot worse games than what people are making Sword and Shield out to be. And I was seeing this weird animation. I don't know what the name of this Pokemon is, but it was some kind of bird that was eating up Pikachu. That was weird. So I think time will tell how this is going to play out, but we'll see. This past couple weeks, Bucktown Tiger, also known as Josh Hill, made his return to Jeopardy for the Tournament of Champions, and I did see that episode, and he fell short. He ended up second in his round. So I mean, it looked like he was a little off his game. I mean, he was up against a tough competitor on the other side there. But, so basically what it is that they bring the top champions of the year, and they put them up on this whole tournament. And the guy that won almost $2.5 million, he ended up being the winner of the tournament, which was no surprise to me. Just because of how aggressive he plays. So I mean, it was fun seeing him back on the show again. Kind of wish that he got a little further, but what can you do? As of right now, I did have this up on Twitch. It just ended. The first annual Furry Film Festival was doing their screening. They had a Twitch stream. It just went off as I was recording this. Let me see if I can get any thing here. So, the information of a Furry Film Festival. So, first of its kind. Let's see. It's a multi-day celebration held in Salt Lake City, Utah, where in addition to screenings, there will be awards, social events, networking opportunities. So, they have people submitting films. They had until September 25th to fit into the festival. So there were awards. So because that I just got into this, I don't have the list of awards at this time, but I'll do it on the next video to catch you up on that. But they do have a screening roster though. And so what they had to view was Controller by Tyler Scott, which the synopsis that one is: Josh has a secret. His friends all hate furries, but what happens when they find out he's been one for over a decade? Which is pretty much relative to every one of us furries. Is we've been furries for years and we never told anyone about this, and they like never knew about it. We had Hello Bus Captain by Chiros White, which is a little tale about a dragon kid and his passion to drive a bus. Very simple. Then we have Now by Hannah Smith, which is a fox is caught in an endless loop of different paths that all lead back to the same place. Then we have Time Paladins by Cody O'Brien. A wandering knight from old times travels to the future to try to win a magic sword. And I am looking at a screenshot of it, and it has a dragon fursuit in there. We have Terrestrial Terror by Jeremy Herrera. Two anthros living their normal lives on Earth with their smartphones and video games. However, an unexpected call changed all that as they face the terrors they never faced before. I'm sure that is a grammatical error. Then we have Self-Help by Kanan McGuffin. The synopsis of this one is: many people think about the future, be it planning ahead or worrying over the choices they have to make in their lives. Everyone wishes they could take back all the bad decisions they've made in the past. But what would you do if you could receive messages from your future self? What would you do with that knowledge? Is knowing the consequences of your choices ahead of time a blessing or a curse? Really, I would not want to know. This is like Back to the Future stuff. Then we have Little Wings by Chiros White. A dragon is born with little wings who very much wishes to be able to fly. That's like Bagon from Pokemon, one of the dragon types. Then we have Hokkaido the Warrior by Edonix Mancoon. An audiobook with visualization scenes. Shen ends up in an unexpected adventure after the palace gets raided and his parents are killed. During his retreat from the evil warrior dogs causing the chaos behind him, Shen sees a distant blue glow and decides to find the source of it. To his surprise, he finds a sleeping stone dragon wearing a blue glowing amulet. Shen wears the amulet, follows mysterious instructions coming from it, and embarks on a long adventurous journey. then we have a bonus screening, A Cat's Tale by Stuart Ford. Now, this one did not meet the qualification criteria, but they just had to share this one. The synopsis for this film is: a quiet cat who takes pride in looking his best becomes distraught after ruining his favorite bow tie. All he wants is to be left alone, but in a moment's notice, everything can change. A Cat's Tale explores more complicated topics while using simple storytelling and appealing characters. So these are the films that they had lined up. Again, when I get the awards, I'll put that in the next video. But until then, if you want to take a look at these, each one of these films has a link. You can go to furfilmfest.com and you can take a look at all the films. They either link to YouTube, Twitter, their own website. Yeah, each of them has a link. So you want to take a look at those? They'll be right there. But till then, I'm going to have to deal with all the Christmas decorations that's going to be set up all so early. Well, I guess it wouldn't be early now, but I've seen Christmas trees being put up in September. But till then, this Dragon's Mouth is now closing.